Welcome to the Michael Jordan 623 project, data analytics on Michael Jordan cards from the Bulls years. I've got a really good one today, a PSA reveal on over 30 cards, and I did pretty well. So sneak peek with that, despite all of the horror stories you hear about PSA, and I believe them. I've had that happen as well, but this one went really, really well. Excited to share it, and yeah, and a lot of these cards you're going to see are not cards that you expect to get tens out of, but they're cards that I've used. The research that you can find on my Substack, which is linked in here, so check it out. Get in there for free to start. It's a paid, full membership, but you get some sneak peeks and see if you like it, and I think you will. Most of these cards on here are pretty much from a lot of the research that I've done on that. So definitely check it out, and otherwise, just enjoy. Here it goes. Okay, so here we are in the collection garage, and here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to make this a little bit more fun for you instead of just showing you the grades. Still kind of go quickly here, but I've got the gold little whatever this is, some crap thing my kids had. I think we made Polar Express tickets out of it. Anyway, gonna cover it up. I'm gonna show you the slab. So the first one here, we'll just get started. Why not? I mean, I'm gonna show you the slab and give you a chance to guess the grade. Now, I have two of these Champion Spirits, so you can kind of see a little sneak peek of the next card coming up. The reason I got these cards from my research, the Michael Jordan 623 Project Substack, check it out, linked below. This particular card and a lot of these Topps Chrome inserts, very, very easy to grade. I think close to 50% or thereabouts. So that's what I was hoping for on this, and I'll try to give you a chance to check it out, check out the corners. Obviously you can't get too deep in there, but on the back too, kind of get up in there. I know it's hard to focus. Really good looking back. Really like both of these. I got a couple others I think I did not send, but okay, so first card. What did we do? How did we do? Boom! Get in focus. 10. Yes. Gem in 10. Right off the bat. First card. It's possible. PSA 10. Not the, priciest card in the world. Let's see what I got on that. Champion Spirit. I wrote it down. Whatever. I think it's something like $400 or so, maybe a little less. Nice looking card there in a 10. But we've got one more. And again, let's take a peek. This one looked really nice as well. Little bit of, I don't know if that's like a little scuff. I don't really remember this, but there's something going on there with the corner back. Really nice. No creasing or any little dings or dents or whatever. So what's going to happen with that little corner? We're going to get a 9. Not bad. Gosh, it does make me want to see if that will come off with the microfiber. I don't know, so we'll see. That's a good start. I'm not going to hate on that. 1996 Rodman. So this is the only non-Jordan I think I have in this. And this one was with the peel. I think I picked it up for just like $50 or so. Peel came off great. Everything looks great. Gorgeous looking card. I've got the bronze Rodman for 96 Finest. And did the same thing. Got it, peeled it, sent it in, and I got a 10. And that's a pop 3. I think I'm going to hold that for the long term too, because that is a nice little card, and I didn't see any reason this wouldn't also get one. I don't know if I did the back here, but it looks awfully good. Let me know if you see anything going on. If you want to play guess the grade, go for it. And we are gonna get a 9. Gonna think about this. This is one of those things where, especially with 9s, If I think that they just didn't want to paint it, I'm going to put it in my like 9+ pile and consider regrading. Another card I was really excited about, super clean, is this Flair. This is the Row 2, and I forget what year now. Let's see, 97, okay. I didn't see anything at all with this one, so let's see how I do. I've got nice corners there. There's no refractor line thing. That's pretty common with these, as well as dimples are dense. Let me know if you see any, let me know. Let's get up in there. Little unfocused. All right, there we go, I think. Nice looking card. All right, so how do we do? Was really hoping this would paint, and it did not. A 9. Yeah, so this one, still a good grade. Beautiful card. These flares are really pretty hot right now, so we'll see. Maybe I'll give that one more try. 93 nicknames, famous nicknames, Ultra. These cards are all these old like inserts, especially Ultra, are going for pretty darn good prices at most grades too. So again, this one looks really good to me. That corner there, and we get an 8. 8 on this. Not super sure. There's a little bit of touch, I think, up here in the top corner. It's very hard to see. So I can kind of see that, I think. Won't hate them too much for that. All right, this one I thought was really good. This is a Top Flight. Very good centering on this. Not perfect top to bottom there, but pretty darn good. And again, let's see, get that in focus. Run this over here, let you think this over. What do you think this grade is worth? Back. Hopefully you can see this okay, and hopefully this is helping you kind of imagine if this is your card and you sent it in, and thinking over what you might get. And what we got, an 8. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you look closely, there's just a touch of, if you run the light over it, you see a little bit of a refraction there, meaning there's a slight thing going on with the corner. So, boo. Very slight, but that's enough to pop it down a couple grades, I guess. So watch out for that. 98 UD Choice Green Starquest. Nice card. Now, I did know going into this that there's a little bit of something going on. See if I can get that. Yeah, you kind of see there, just not quite at the corner, but close to it. There we go. These cards are hard to get in good condition though, but the rest of it looks super clean, as well as the back. And this one we get an 8. Again, not super surprising, given that this is on the front. If that was on the back, they might have let it go with the 9, but not on the front, and that's all right. All right, so I do like to roll the dice a little while, every now and again. Actually, a lot. This came from an SGC 9.5, this hardwood leader subset Jordan from 96 Flair. So again, an SGC 9.5 cracked, right? So we don't mess around with them doing it. We just give it to them raw. It looks really good here. Check out the back. What do you think this is worth? What grade anyway? All right, I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it. Let's give it a go. Did we get a 10? We did not. We got a 9. Yeah, I don't know. The only possible thing I think is this corner here, which Gosh, I can't even get it in focus. Stupid phone. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Another 9. This one, top's chrome, a little bit of greening on it. It's hard to see looking at the camera now, but it's hard to see the greening. But there's definitely some on his leg here. But I think that my light is kind of masking it maybe more than it should. But the centering is great, which is why I sent it. So I figured, why not? Let's just take a shot and see how it goes. Great looking back, centering too, looks good. Again, just the only thing I see is the coloring, and that is good enough to knock it down from a 10 to an 8. Still a cool card. Not sure if I'll keep this or not. I think the greening is probably gonna make me want to send it in. Or sorry, to get rid of it and maybe try to get one that isn't. However, this one, the Chrome Preview for 98, gorgeous color, no greening at all. Beautiful centering too. Really nice looking card. There's a little, look at this right above the light there, a little bit of a dot. And maybe one kind of towards the top here too. Which is, yeah, definitely something that would make me think, this could probably get an 8 upon looking at it. I don't think I remember seeing that though before, but that had to be there. I think that's a manufacturing thing. Back looks good. And let's see what we get. A 9. A little bit surprised with this, given a little bit of imperfections there, but the color, the centering, I think they gave priority to that. And just the overall eye appeal of this card is really nice. So I think this is a PC one for sure. We'll go back a couple of years to Finest, and bought a few of these as well with peels and peeled it off. You can see it's got a really nice clean face. The color is great. Centering is good. I thought this one had a chance. Back, again, looks really good. So I thought this had a chance to go the distance. Centering here, maybe not perfect, but is it within range for a 10? It is not. A 9. Yeah, so that centering got us there. I think if you sent this 5-10 years ago, you'd have gotten a 10. All right. Next batch. I'll get rid of this. Gotta move. All right. Can't let you see the grade here. If you want to try to grade it yourself. 93 Finest. Good color on this. Very good, actually. Centering looks good too. Very nice looking card. Front, quick look at the back. And don't see anything going on there. And PSA gave us an 8. Interesting grade. The centering isn't perfect. I think this should have got a 9. Maybe something going on in this back corner. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, that's probably it. Very, very slight. And also maybe I'm just imagining it. I don't know. We'll see. See about that one. 97 Metal Universe. Most of these cards, by the way, I got raw. Pretty much on eBay. Maybe a few other places, but mostly eBay. So they're still out there. I mean, you can find good raw cards, but the prices have been going up lately, let me tell you. These I've been sourcing for the past, I think, 2 years. This batch has taken me to get cards that are in this good of condition. As you can see, this one we're going through looks really nice on the front. Back as well. Maybe a little something there. Hard to tell. Give that a guess. What do you think this is gonna get? It's going to get an 8. Good looking 8, I would say. Maybe something there and a little up here. A little bit of tipping there on the back, and that's all it takes. Might keep that one. Okay. Living Legends 93, I think? Yeah. This card's very tough given the dark border. Very tough to grade. Look at how sharp this is. I don't remember what I paid for this, maybe like $150 or so. And I mean, damn, look. Nothing wrong up there. Nothing wrong over there. This is a big card if you get a 10. I don't see anything going on there. Clean. All right. And we get a stupid 9. Might look a little closer this one. This one could definitely be a card that I send back, and maybe even at a higher grade. If I'm really convinced that some of these are a 10 that should be at a higher grade, I might do an experiment and even do the whatever the $150 range is, just to force them to put a note on there for why it's not a 10. So they can just write like centering on it or something abstract and unprovable. And then that'll be that. SPX Finite, these cards are just miserable to grade. Miserable. But I thought this one looked pretty good. I've got a few of these. I think they're an underrated card. Now this one is not perfect by any means, but for this card, it looks pretty good. A little bit of, something going on there at the corner. Tiny little impression ding there. You can kind of see it there, that reflection on that corner. And then here as well, probably the, biggest issue with it. And so we got a 7, which for this card, not terrible, to be honest. So. All right. Clutch Time. This is a card that I like. I aim for this if I can see it in good shape, because it is a tough one condition-wise. And this one looked good, with the exception of, so good, not amazing, that there is right there on the edge. I don't even know if I can get that in focus. There we go. You can see it right above that, right here. I'm trying to point at it. That shouldn't be there, so they're going to knock that down. And then the back, pretty clean. This corner here, little something there. But what do you think this is? What do you think this is worth grade-wise? What would you grade this, given what you're seeing now, assuming there's no big scratch on it? Which there isn't. I don't believe there is. And for that reason, it got a 7. All right. I think that's fair. My light went off. Let's see here. Do I need to plug that in? All right, got that set. 95 SP Magic final year thing. Underrated card. So I found this one is very low pop, and even a 9 would make it, you know, pretty worth sending in. And this one looked like it was in really good shape, with the foil, tough to grade, and thought this was worth giving it a go, and got a 9, which is solid. Not a, you know, not a home run, but a 10 would be really nice. Forget what that goes for, but nice looking card. High Flying Soaring Stars, one of my favorites, and as you can see, we've got just the regular one coming up next. And this one, little things here and there, like little micro touches if you look super close, but overall, very nice looking card. Back looks clean. Maybe a smidge here. Yeah, you can kind of see how that light catches it on the very tip. So definitely not going to get a 10 on this. Let's see what we get. Is an 8. Okay. Probably fair. It's a good 8, but it does have, yeah, a tiny little touch here at the top. So it's good just to kind of look really close, scrutinize, and kind of get into the mind of the grader. So I honestly don't think, you know, there's a couple of cards here that I want to look back at closely, but for the most part, I think this was a really solid job by PSA grading these. And maybe I just got the right grader on the right day, as they say. Here's the regular Soaring Stars. This one looked better. Just very sharp, all the corners. The back, I believe, as well. And let's see, what do you think on this? PSA gave us a 9. All right. Yeah, this one. Maybe here is not perfect. That corner, might have to look at it closer, but that's really kind of the only thing I can think. I think this is a very nice looking card. All right. Oh, kind of ruined that, I think. You might have saw that. We'll just pretend you didn't. Double Trouble, Ultra 95, the Golden Medallion. Run that over there. Good stuff, good stuff. Very clean. Very clean front there. Back 2 looks nice. I don't know, maybe just tiny little something's there. I don't know. But let's see what they say. They say another 8. Yeah. Oh. I think this one's probably a 9. Probably not worth sending back for, but oh well. Center stage. Let's see what we get on this bad boy. Really tough grade. Obviously the black makes it tough. This one looks pretty darn nice. It's not a perfect corner there. Kind of see just a touch of white. So probably not going to get a 10. Maybe even up there too. I don't know. In this corner, really good, but not pristine. So there's that on the back as well. Looks really nice. And verdict is an awkward 7.5. So I think they're giving more of these 0.5s out nowadays, which is interesting. I don't know what to do with this. Do I regrade it and try to get an 8? I don't know. Probably not. Hardcore Heroics. I've got 3 of these in the batch, so this was the first one of the batch, and you can see it is not perfect. This is one of the tougher cards to grade, although not as hard as the Stadium Club Royal Court from the same year, which I have 3 of those as well. One of them a members only that will come, I think, right after. So don't expect any 10s here. The back is the worst part of these as well, and this one is actually not terrible, which is why I decided to give it a go. Okay, so there we go. Verdict is, okay, a 6.5. This is my first ever 6.5 grade. But I guess, does that mean that Jordan cards are now officially like vintage when you start getting these low grade 0.5s? Makes me feel old. All right. Last batch here. Over here. Got some goodies in here. So let's move this. Do that. This. So again, I've got 3 of these. Here's the second one. Kind of go quicker on this. Back looks really good on this one. Don't see anything weird going on. It's a nice looking card. So what do you think? 0.5 something, right? Verdict, an 8. That's good. That's a win for this card. Got some prices over here. Heroics. The 8 for the Heroics. Maybe I didn't have that one. Well, I think it's something around like $500 or so. Beautiful card. I have one of the BGS 95s on this. Got that a while ago. All right, one more of these guys. I pulled a Jordan Hardcourt Heroics. I think it was probably one of my better pulls when I was back in the day. Pulling Stadium Club. Ended up grading it during the pandemic when I pulled all the cards out, and it got a 7. And honestly, looked a lot worse than this one, as well as the other ones we looked. Back looks really nice on this. And the front too, I don't know, maybe look closely at this. I think there is a little bit on that corner here. And our verdict is a 7. And I think that's why. I think there is, if I get the loop out, I'll probably find a little bit of foil missing there at the top. So I'm going to say that's a fair grade, even though the back looks really nice. All right. Let's move on here. The Royal Courts. These, if you follow my Substack, I believe I've got one going through like insert uncommon kind of cards, so inserty cards kind of like this. And I don't think there's a worse gem rate than this one. Maybe that Stadium Club Fusion, but they're close. These are just so terrible to grade. And you might have noticed the 10 sold recently. There's only one. It's Pop 1, and honestly, it looked on the face just as good as this one. You can see a little bit something going on there. And the same for the PSA 10. Really stupid. So anyway, back looks nice here, and the verdict is And this is kind of wild. I honestly think this looks pretty close to that to that 10. Maybe this little spot down here. All right, whatever. We got two more, so and one of them the members only, which is the next one. This one's another one of the base, and another really good looking surface on this one. Not perfect, but good. Back has that little chipping, not as bad as a lot of them that you'll see. But I think the biggest deal again is this bottom left corner, which is typical on this card. So let's see what we get. And we get another 6. Yikes. Tough. All right. Need better luck here. This one is the members only, super rare, and I don't even think I saw any PSA sales. I think I just saw CGC sales of this members only. So kind of wild. And there are very, very few of them, which is why I picked it up. Kind of regardless of the grade. Be holding this. Will I send it again to see if I get a friendlier grader? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But this one was pretty good overall, despite these. And we get a awkward 6.5. God, who wants a 6.5? Stupid. All right. Never Compromise, one of my favorite inserts. Remember those Jazz Bulls finals quite vividly. This one, perfect front, which the issue on this card is always the back, and it looks really good too. If you know this card, it gets chipped all over on the back. Thought I had a chance for a 9. Let's see. Do I get it? Nah, 8. Maybe a few years ago, I had a BGS 9.5. I don't anymore, but this one looks nicer than that one. It had a bigger kind of little piece taken out of it than this one does. So, still probably going to hold this one. Do really like that card. All right. High Risers, beautiful looking card. Very tough grade. And as you can kind of see, this one looks really nice. That's why I got it, why I sourced it. Just a raw eBay buy on this one. The back, notorious for chipping, and this looks, you know, pretty good too. Maybe little things here and there, but very minor. So definitely not getting a 10. But let's see what the verdict is. An 8. Okay, I'm solid with that. High Risers in an 8, around $600 card. I'll take that, and it's for a really good looking card too. Speaking of which, next we've got the original golden medallion for Ultra. Not a rare card, but very condition sensitive and very popular right now. So you can see the front looks really good. Nothing major going on there. Back, maybe a little bit of tipping here. So not a 10. Spoiler alert, this will not get a 10. A little bit of tipping there as well. All right, and see what they think. An 8, solid grade again. I'll take that all day on this card. Shout out Cajun, my guy Cajun. He got a 9 on this recently. Good for him. This one's an 8, and yeah, it deserved an 8. Still really tough grade. I don't think I've seen one that looked as nice as this since I got it, so tough to come by. All right, 96 SPX. This is the Hollywood Heroes insert. Just an awesome card. This is a great set. I love this set. Good year, 96. Back looks really nice. These tend to come, you can get dinged up or damaged. This one looks great. No ripples, no creases. I don't know. Good looking card. Let's see what they think. Is a 9. All right. You never know with the surface if they found something on there. I don't know, but a 9's a pretty good grade. Pretty darn good grade. Sticking with that same year product. So this is the gold version of just the base card. Let's check this one out. Let's see if you find anything wrong with this card. Let's see if PSA were to have hammered this, what would they have found? Look closely to see if you see anything wrong with this card, because I don't see anything, but maybe I'm missing something. See, like the edge there. I know you can't really see the actual edges, but there's nothing wrong with those. The back, let's take a look at the back. Look closely. Try to run this there. No creases. This is all just kind of how the card comes, how it's cut, punched out or whatever. So explain to me, PSA, why you would give me a PSA 10. We did it. This is a big card. This is the prize of the batch here. A gold SPX, and I believe this is the 100th. So pop 100 now. I took it into the triple digits. Sorry guys if you have this card in a 10. But yeah, we did it. We got a 10. It was first. No, we had the champion spirit. Great card. Definitely got upcharged for this. They put it in the 150 mark. Last sale of 3,000 not too long ago, and it's a card that's on the rise. Yeah, gonna be hard to see me letting go of this one unless I trade up for something awesome. Keep that right there. And we got one more to end, and it's the same card. And when I sent these, they looked, I don't know that I remember distinguishing between the two of them. They both looked really good to me. Back here, this one has some issues with the case, so you could probably see that. Whatever. Looking good. What do you think about this one? Do you see anything different about this card? I don't know, but let's see. Do we get two of them? PSA, no, 9. All right. So I didn't save the best for last. I saved it for second last, I guess, penultimate. Still an awesome card. I'm not 100% sure why this got a 9 and not a 10. I think the only thing maybe is very tiny. Yeah, right there might be something. I don't know. They're both great cards. Tough to find in this good a shape. And again, so this was like 2 years, I think, of sourcing with these cards for me. And again, I used a lot of the data that I've derived from these. It's all, 623 Michael Jordan Bulls cards, but it's really, I think it's like close to 800 that are in my database. I have most of all the sales in the last since 2017 or whenever alt started, picking them up. For all these relevant cards, I just did a recent update on that through the beginning of May. to keep up with the sales. I have also the pop counts for each grade of each of those cards, and so that means that I can run queries on gem rates and pop counts and all that good stuff is what I use for my blogs at the Substack. So definitely give that a check if you are wanting to do something like this as well, and kind of look for cards that are likely to go up in value. A lot of these have, since I got them. A lot of these, even raw cards, if I were to get them today, even versus a year ago, or 14, 15 months or whatever, would be a lot more. So yeah, check it out. That's it. This is the PSA reveal, and give it a subscribe here to the Michael Jordan 623 project, and I'll catch you next time.